Okay, so we've put them back. The next colony we're going to look at is the Myrmecia urens, or the also known as the baby Bullant. And it's going to be very hard to really get any real footage, but we'll see what we can do. Need to get it may not work like this. Might be better off just turning that off. Let's see if we can just perch ourselves there and wait for something to come out. You can see springtails moving around there. A whole bunch of them. And here she comes. That could have been the queen there, I think. Springtail population's incredible. Maybe adding a cricket into the front there might just get them to come out and have a look. You can see that they're not sure what they want to do with it. But if they need it, it's there. Okay. Well, that might be dangerous when you grab it like this. Back they go. So that's 2 of them. Time to go for this is colony number 3. I don't know if I'll be risking taking the lid off with these guys. So here you've got Myrmecia Fulvipes. Here's a worker carrying a dead larva. Here's another worker here foraging around. Worker population exceeds 20 on this colony. They've quickly caught up to or overtaken the other colonies. They're incredibly good hunters. They're not afraid to take on crickets that are quite large, and they sort of hang on with their special mandibles and just go for the ride. They don't let go, and by the time the cricket leaps from one side to the other, the ant's stinging it at that point. Incredibly good hunters. Perhaps everybody would like to see some of that action, so bear with me while I prepare a feed. Just the little suckers. too close, guys. Got 3, I just want to get one more. Come on. Okay. You can go 4 tiny crickets. Bang, instant action. So they've already caught one at the front there. At first the workers were quite small, but now getting many more around this size, the larger size. Although it's still not uncommon to see a smaller one like this. You just can't seem to find a good place to dump that dead larva. Sometimes I take it off their hands for them, just so they can go home and relax. They're not seeming to be able to track their prey well in this light. She tried stalking her prey and then pounced on another ant. You can see that they can't see well in this light. So what we might do is disconnect the light box at one end and just let it be a bit more natural down this end. So I got her this one just as a queen with 3 cocoons. Actually, I think 1 or 2 of the cocoons may have opened by the time I got her. And then within not too much time, she started making more workers, more brood, you know. Quite a few have died, probably about 5 workers so far over time. But as I said, their population of workers now exceeds 20. And I believe we got a kill in here. Where is it? It's hard to see this, but a girl here's just caught one. The camera does not want to look at them. Let's see if we can get a look down into the nest. I'm gonna spin the setup around. Get some flash going. Let's see what we can see. As before, it doesn't really show much. The container does a good job of deflecting a lot of the light. The queen's actually in this far left tube, which is a 16 by 150 millimeter tube. Next to them is a 20 by 150 millimeter tube. A 10 by, I'm not sure, maybe 10 millimeter by 100 or something. And then I think that's another 16 millimeter, which has no water in it. And then over here under the bark is another 10 with some water in it. Just a bit of some expansion room. As they grew, I needed to add them. And they seem quite happy to just go between the tubes and use this as their nest. They're quite a confident species. Gotta love this. The colours that this lighting is allowing you to see this time. Oh, you're in a scary spot. Better run. And over here. Yeah, very smart. So how do I catch these little pinhead crickets? Well, what I like to do is to try and scoop them up into a small little test tube like these 10mm ones, and then tip that back into a large one like this 20mm one, and then go back for more. I find you're less likely to injure the crickets and actually still have some success catching them. And it looks like they've nearly caught all 4, if not caught all 4. Yes, that's it now. One swift sting and bang, instant paralysis. It doesn't even take any longer with a large cricket. It actually amazes me how quick this species stings work on crickets. They need to be able to immobilize their prey really quickly because they don't have the same sort of ability to overpower their prey like some of the larger species. and I'll come back in part 3 with an update on a couple more colonies.